Hello, everybody out there in online land. It's Jess again, coming to you live with my next interview. This is Jordan Rabot,
Hey
and
everyone.
he is my neighbor. I am fortunate enough to have this really interesting, delightful person in my life, and he lives right next door. So, he even worked on my logo for me for Shark Harbor Sunset. So he is a beautiful artist as well as a good person. But today we are going to be focusing on one of his passion projects, which is fitness, specifically bodybuilding. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, cool. Well, before we dive into that part, tell me a little bit about your background.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Jordan Rabot. I'm 24 years old, and like Jess said, I'm a fitness enthusiast, and my specialty is in science-based bodybuilding. Um, so the way I got into bodybuilding was back in high school. So in high school, I actually injured my left knee, and I hyperextended it, and my basketball coach cut me from the varsity team. He claimed to me that I was a liability to the team, and that just it didn't sit right with me. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to do something about it. So I went to fitness knowing that I could strengthen my entire body, and I never want to be a liability to anyone ever again. And that's my goal. That's my driver for fitness is to just be strong and to always be able to be there for anyone in my life that I care about.
That's really awesome. So that's pretty much what inspired you to start studying fitness as well, it sounds like, was that motivation.
Yes, that really kickstarted everything for me going down this path of fitness.
That's so great because for me personally, I fitness is not a part of my life. I mean, I'm good with eating healthy, but as far as exercising and stuff, that's always been intimidating to me. Uh, what sort of fitness is your specialty? You were saying science based, but earlier you were talking about there's different kinds of fitness.
Okay, yeah. So there are multiple avenues for fitness. So you can do fitness for health and like kind of rehab. You can do another type of fitness, which is bodybuilding, which is what I do. And it's more about aesthetics and how you look. There's powerlifting, which is about strength and how much you can put up versus how you look. It doesn't really matter how you look in powerlifting. And then there's also strongman, which you see these people carrying these huge boulders, throwing logs, and all these other crazy things. Um, but my specialty is in the bodybuilding, in the aesthetics and how I look.
Well, I could say there's the how you look and the
Mhm.
aesthetics, but there's also some health components to it. Have you seen some health benefits for yourself since you started doing this?
Yes. So actually, yeah, I kind of there's a lot of health and dietary aspects for each one of those categories.
Hmm.
To live stronger, you have to eat a lot more. You got to put a lot more energy into your body. But from nutrition and fitness go hand in hand. If you want to have more energy and be able to output a lot more energy, you have to be putting in a lot cleaner foods. Because what I notice is eating healthier. So what I tend to use is just a lot of chicken, brown rice, and veggies, basic as it is. And the energy output I'm able to put out from those foods helps me continue lifting and keeps me motivated and not feeling sluggish. But when I tend to eat out on weekends, like In-N-Out or Cane's or anything that's kind of greasy and processed and things I don't know that went into it, I start feeling sluggish. I want to relax more. I want to sit on the couch, become more of a couch potato. So eating right does change your energy, the vibe you kind of give out, and it makes you want to do more and output all that energy, that clean energy you're putting into your body.
That's awesome because for me personally, I wouldn't be motivated by aesthetics to do any kind of exercise whatsoever because I'll
Hmm.
just dress comfy and I'll move on with life. But health, what you're talking to me about health and
Yes.
energy, that would motivate me. Speaking of motivation, what would motivate you or what does motivate you to stay fit and train regularly? We have the aesthetics, you have some extra energy. Uh,
Uh-huh.
what motivates you?
Um, I guess just looking at like the fitness industry, I'm always on social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, not too much Facebook anymore, but TikTok is a new one too. But on all these platforms, social platforms, there's a lot of people within the fitness industry that I aspire to look like.
Mm.
Um, the even like okay, so a great example would be like Kevin Hart. He's a comedian, but he also broke into the fitness industry.
Wow.
And the type of events they do and the kind of lifestyle they live is something very similar to what I want to do, which is they're always these energetic people who are just jumping around, interacting with a lot of people, bringing a lot of energy, and that's that's the motivator for me is to kind of I want to aspire to do those kind of things, and I think what goes hand in hand with that too is the aesthetics. If you're always working out and you're always being active, your body kind of shows. It's kind of like an outward portrayal of what you do every day. So like that's what I think is like you're showing a lot of energy. You're working out. You're doing a lot of fitness things. It's like, oh, this guy probably works out a lot. And it's true. Um,
Wow.
so,
I'm getting it. I'm
but
getting it now, what you're talking about. So you're, in a way, you're your own walking advertisement. I mean,
yes,
you walk around and you espouse certain philosophies of fitness to other people if they so listen,
right,
right? But they're going to take you seriously, and you're going to be credible because of your aesthetics.
right. Yeah. So this also goes kind of into like nonverbal communication. That's as people try not to say it, then but they still do it. Is judging a person by or what judge a book by its cover.
Mhm.
Like they still judge anything that you see. Like within the first few seconds, you're gonna judge. And I think that goes to kind of how I want to portray like my canvas. I want people to see me without even knowing like this guy is probably into fitness. I can just tell by the way his shoulders look or the type of clothes he's wearing, the brands he's wearing. Um,
Yeah.
and some one of my biggest inspirations right now is Simeon Panda. So right now, I think he's probably leading the charge with fitness ambassadors and fitness entrepreneurs. You guys get a chance to check him out. He's one person I really want to aspire to look like, and also build a brand and a community the same way he has.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. At first, when you were talking about it, I wasn't completely understanding, and I totally get it now.
Okay.
I have some martial artist friends, for example, that are incredibly sculpted.
Oh
And
yeah.
literally, you meet them, you see how they walk, even, and it's just, okay, they work out. Like that person is in shape.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even have to talk to them. You just already know there's a regimen there. And
Mhm.
speaking of regimen, what's your regular routine every day?
Okay, so I guess before this coronavirus, I'll tell you my routine before, and then I'll tell you my routine that I'm doing now.
That's
So
great.
before I was in a bulking cycle. So I was actually trying to put on a lot more size and mass. So I was eating about 7 meals a day. So my meals would be breakfast, and then like a mid breakfast, mid lunch, then a lunch, and then post workout shake, pre dinner, and then dinner. And those are probably spaced out evenly around 2 to 3 hours apart. And I would meal prep on Sundays and Wednesdays. A lot of chicken, just eating a lot of chicken and rice.
Mm. So that's food.
That's just, yes, food.
Okay.
The fitness part. So here's the fitness part. So what I would do is I would work out during my lunches. So I work 8 to 5, and to get more, I guess to stay more active because my work is very sedentary. I'm sitting down behind a computer.
Mm.
I try to break that split up during my lunch, and I actually go to the gym at 12. And then when I get back from work, around like 7 p.m. is when I go to the gym again.
Wow.
So okay, that was for the pre-coronavirus. So
Right.
so in this coronavirus times, in these quarantine times, I try to create the same routine and structure that I was doing before, which was so nutrition. The eating stays the same now that I have access to my kitchen. And it's a lot easier just to cook everything.
Yes.
Um, the gym, you can't go to the gym obviously. So what I try to do is I work out. I'm doing different workouts because before it was a lot of weightlifting, but now I'm going more into HIIT training. So HIIT is HIIT, so high interval intensity training or high intensity interval training.
Nice.
And what that is a lot of plyometrics and it's a lot of calisthenics and like body movement workouts. So I tend to do a lot of, work on abs, work on just kind of running in place, push-ups, sit-ups, you name it. And I do that. I try to do it in the morning when it's sunny, usually around 10 a.m. And then nighttime around 6 p.m. ish. I kind of do another high interval training indoors. But yeah, I'm still trying to do 2 workouts.
Excellent. Are you doing anything like grabbing heavy cans and doing curls or anything like that? Or are you pretty much set?
I've seen a lot of people doing that kind of stuff. There's not a lot of stuff in my apartment that has good grip to carry a lot of the heavy things. I mean, I do have a water jug, a 5-gallon water jug that's actually right in front of me, but I would need 2 of those so I can even it out. But for now, I think just the high interval training is doing just fine for me. I'm waiting for the gyms to open back up so I can actually lift actual weights. I want to lift stuff around my house.
And so you go to the gym, you're used to this, you're fit, you're in shape. Advice to someone like me, a beginner, someone that is literally just out of shape and is kind of inspired and wants to do something, but doesn't want to break their body on the first day.
Okay, so first thing I would do, there's a philosophy called 2190. So it's 21 days to create a habit. It's also 21 days to break a habit, but then it's 90 days to create a lifestyle. So what I would do is create a habit first of just going to the gym, figuring out when that could fit into your schedule of going to the gym, and do that for 21 days straight so it becomes a habit. These habits are something similar to like driving home. When you drive home, you don't think about making a left or making a right at this light. Your body kind of just does it naturally.
Yes.
And it becomes instinct and intuitive to do it. So that's where I would start first, is finding a time in your schedule to make it a habit to go to the gym. Even if you don't work out per se, just make it a habit of at least driving to the gym, maybe walking inside and leaving. Create a habit of going to the gym first. Next, I would look up, I guess, it depends on your fitness goals. So a lot of people have different goals. Some people want to actually gain weight or put on muscle growth, muscle size. Some people want to lose weight. Some people want to get booty goals. Depending on your goal, you have to identify what goal you want. And from there, that's when you can kind of break down your research and break down your goals into smaller goals. So that's where I would start, though, is creating a habit first of going to the gym.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that was great advice. The 2190 you said.
Yeah. There's actually, I think there's a few books on it too. I'd have to look it up, but yes, 2190.
Oh yeah. Before I print all of this that we're talking about, we're going to be in some links. So
okay.
We're going to have people watching and reading. So 1 second, I'm going to take a drink of coffee and then we're going to have our quick round.
Okay.
I did have one more question.
Okay.
How can we support you?
Yes. The way you can support me is I'm building my fitness page right now. It's called Rabot, KHALRABOT. And this is on Instagram.
Perfect. I'll link to that as well. So we'll follow you on that. And now our quick round. So the first portion of the interview is where we get to know and talk about the topic. And this is a little bit more fun.
Cool.
First question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who or what inspires you?
Who or what inspires me? So this is in general, right? Just not fitness related, in general.
Yep.
Will Smith. He is a great motivational speaker, but he's also a very kind person, and he gives back a lot. And he gives out very good energy, and he wants to promote happiness. Him, Steve Harvey. I actually went to go see Steve Harvey at the screening of Family Feud. And in between the commercial breaks, he actually talks to the audience. Not like most talk show hosts where they kind of just go backstage and prep or whatever. He actually came on stage and was just talking to people, and he was very inspirational as well. And I admire that. He was telling people about the struggles he encountered, he faced, and he actually asked people in the audience, like, what are some things you're going through? Let me tell you, like, my perspective on what I think you should do. He's like, I'm old, I know a lot of things, been around. Like, let me help you out so you don't make the same mistakes I made. Um,
I think he may have written a book. I'm gonna have to look that
oh
up.
yeah, he writes a lot of books too. Yeah.
He's a book writer too. He's an author.
Right.
Yeah, awesome.
Um, and like I mentioned, Kevin Hart, he's also another one who actually just was able to change industries from comedy and acting into fitness. And he's kind of combining those two together, which is great. And just also networking a lot of people and celebrities into his fitness industry is amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
He's sharing the wealth, spreading the word. That's great.
Right. I feel like, yeah, Kevin Hart, he's able to, since he's a comedian, he's able to network with so many different people. But what one thing he's doing is he's kind of a pivot. He's a pivot to a lot of industries, and a lot of people can come together. So he's bringing together a lot of actors, a lot of comedians, a lot of um, athletes. So a lot of athletes and celebrities are actually coming together through their mutual friend of Kevin Hart. So he's also another big one.
Awesome. I'm gonna have to. I always check out his stand up because I'm a big fan. But I'm gonna have to do a little research on him too. That's really great.
He is.
What are some of your other passion projects? I'm sure that you're doing more than staying fit.
Yes. So being a full-time industrial designer, I tend to do a lot of design projects for people. I like doing a lot of freelance and anything around the house that kind of it requires some type of artistic take on it or building something with my hands. Um, that's one project. And another one I have right now is becoming more financially independent. So I've been doing a lot of research on creating multiple sources of income. I know right now we're in a bear market, and I want to use this time that we're having at home to research more into the stocks and more on different ways of creating online wealth. And that's, oh yeah, I want to prepare myself for retirement. I know I'm young at 24, but I'm getting ready. I want to have all my ducks lined so that when I'm retired, that I'll have everything ready.
I'm gonna have to pick your brain about that one too. I'm almost in April, April 20th actually. I'm gonna be the inverse of your age, and
All right. 42
yeah.
is actually my favorite number.
Oh, right on. So there you go. So I'm gonna pick your brain about that one. Speaking, so this is a great transition. We're talking about passion projects. We're talking about investing in your future. So picture yourself in 5 years and just paint me a picture.
All right, 5 years. 5 years, I plan to be 225 pounds. I want to be pure muscle. I want to look like a football athlete. And then I want to have that sweet revenge of visiting my high school coach who cut me from the team and
Yes.
just showing him and having him question me, saying, what do you do? Are you a professional athlete now?" Just gonna tell him I don't need to be a professional athlete to look like this. So that's one of them. I want to live either in a house or apartment that's still near the beach where we live now. This area is so nice. So being able to live somewhere close to the beach where I can literally walk to the beach or bring my paddleboard. Um, Eventually, within the 5 years, getting married. I want that to be on there, and I want to have pets. I want to have another dog, maybe some cats. Even though I'm allergic to cats, I like cats. Cats are funny.
You like
They're
my
funny. Yeah, they're funny and they're smart. Um, but yeah, those are a few things that I would want within the next 5 years.
phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right. Speaking of five, because I like the number five, top five songs or artists, because I've been told songs is pretty hard.
Songs are hard. They're always changing for me. So my top five artists would have to be Kendrick Lamar, Nipsey Hussle,
Yeah.
Chris Brown, Drake, and then the last one is Futuristic.
I haven't heard of Futuristic.
He is more underground, but I've been listening to him for so long, and he puts out music so consistently. So it's just a matter of time before one of his songs gets on the radio and he just blows up.
And is Nipsey no longer with us?
Yes, Nipsey. Rest in peace, Nipsey.
Yeah, I thought so. That name sounded very, very familiar. I heard he was very involved in the community.
Yes, he was.
Cool. Another inspirational person right there.
Yes.
Last question. Well, we have two more questions. Favorite candy and why?
Okay. So I don't eat a lot of candy per se, but something sweet is Oreos, sweet and chocolatey. I love Oreos. I feel like if I were to challenge anyone, or if anyone were to challenge me to an Oreo eating contest, I think I would win by a long shot. I could just snack on those all day. And
Which ones are your favorite? There's so many now.
actually, just the double stuffed. But I've seen that they made or a cookies and cream flavored Oreo.
Yep.
So it's an Oreo flavored Oreo.
Yeah. That's kind of intense. I didn't even think about that. And with every interview, I include a song, a little snippet from Spotify. So
Okay.
what would you like your song to be?
That's a good one. Let's say, I guess a song that came to my mind is "Double Up" by Nipsey Hussle. And this song, it talks about how he takes money and, like it says, he doubles it. He tries to make all his income double up, and he wants to make his net worth as much as he can.
I
So
like
that's one of my favorite songs by Nipsey, "Double Up."
that's your theme. I bet you play that probably once a week. Like I watch Grind on YouTube once a week to motivate me.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely my number one song on my Spotify 2019, 2020 replays. Yeah.
I'm going to check out the full version because I'm going to embed it in this online. So I'll be able to click and take a look.
Sweet.
If you have any shout outs.
Shout outs. I want to shout out for fitness, for anything. Who am I shouting out?
Anything.
Okay. I don't have her card on me. Well, my mom is actually a travel agent, and the travel industry has been hit pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
But I am sure everyone is itching to go travel and go on cruises and explore the world, because I know we all need some human interaction. So maybe I can shoot you the link of her contact information.
Yep.
And
Say her
for
name.
anyone,
I can.
right? Yeah, I'll give you the link for her email and also her Instagram.
Perfect.
And that way people can get in contact with her if they want to set up some trips for the future.
And how can people get in touch with you for your freelancing?
Oh yeah, so if you want freelancing for, I guess, design work, my email is jordan.rabotm@gmail. jordan.rabotm@gmail.com.
Perfect. I'll make sure I get that in there. Yeah. Sounds like you're coming up. You're going to be doubling up. I see this. You're super young, super motivated,
Right.
and you're going places. This is going to be a moment in history right here.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Right here.
I'm ready.
We're speaking it into existence right now.
There
this
we go.
History today. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time today, and have a beautiful day.
All right, you too.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Take care.
See ya.